We're going to go through some sniping positions for World of Tanks. There's going to be, I don't know, 5 to 10. Look at the mini-map. This is mines. From the position here on this island, you can snipe. You got clear view of anybody who's approaching on the enemy team, the northern team, trying to get on. And also the ones heading north, if you've got an autoloader or a derp gun, you're going to do really well. That's what it looks like. This is Murovanka. The reason why I'm here, from this position, you see how I'm aiming? There's the hill right in front of me. If the enemy tank rides up the hill from this position where this big building is, you can hit them. That's why I'm parked here. I saw a tank come up, and I may have fired a shot at him. I'm not sure. Looks like I fired one round, and he rolled back down. And I believe there's going to be another position for the northern team to hit the southern team. So that's a sneaky position. If you've got a powerful gun like a Waffenträger, and you're going to take one shot and you want to snipe them on the side, and they're in a clan where they like to play hull down and they think they're safe on that side of the hill, or maybe in ranked battles, this might be a position to play. This is another position. I found this one first for sniping up on the hill. It's not as good, obviously, as the other position. I don't know where this guy is, but if you go to the, I haven't played up on the hill in like 5 years. I'm bored with that position, but you can see that it's not as good as the first position. Now, this is a position I play frequently, and I'm just showing how you can hit these tanks like this T25-2 from here, and you got a little bit of coverage. You can roll back for safety. I frequently play this. Okay, this is the Conway. Look at where I am on the mini-map. This is an awesome position. The reason why is because you can snipe on all these tanks down here on the bottom, but you can also support your team here on the upper level, the STG and the T28. If the enemy comes around, I only got to move a little bit, take a shot at him, and they're likely to reverse, and I can support my team on the upper hill. You can see here's an example where I don't know if I shot at that guy, but yeah, it looks like I just fired my gun. I just killed a Centurion. I don't know how, yeah, I just killed a Centurion. We don't know where he is. That's obviously not a Centurion. So try this position. I highly recommend it. You can play it with any tank. This is a position for the Waffenträger. The reason why I chose this is because if you get spotted shooting down this alley, they're going to shoot back at you. But from here, you're so low that you can run off easily. And you're probably less likely to be spotted because all of your spotting points are low on your hull. This is an example of what it looks like, the view down that road. And I actually spotted him. This is an awesome position, especially for tanks like the Waffenträger. So you can see here I'm aimed down this road. You look on the mini-map, tanks sometimes come down this way because it gets crowded a little bit to the left. They come down this way, they hide behind this bush. But the other reason why is because you see where the T28 prototype is. I'm pointing where the mouse is. He's this tank right over here. You just have to reverse a short distance and you can shoot at that tank. Probably where the 257 and the E3 is, they're shooting at the T28. So draw a line from the T28 to the E3 and it comes out in this area. He's only got to reverse like 20 meters and he can shoot down that way and he can shoot down this way. So this is a really good position and it's hull down. I've played it like 5 or 6 times and I am liking this position. This is obviously a view down the alley. This is, okay, there happens to be a bush right over here on the right, and I realized that there was a bush here, so you can also play with some cover. You don't have to play in exactly this position. The way I play, I'm just learning. I just discovered these positions. So I'm learning these positions, and I played a few games. I will also try moving a little bit back to see if I can double bush. There's obviously another bush here, etc. This is El Haluf. Today is November 2019. If you watch my El Haluf videos, you'll notice that I'm trying this position and down here and over here with this bushes. At the start of the game, with any tank, like heavy tanks, I run to here or go a little bit lower and I spot up over here. I'm going to actually hit a tank that's going to cross over. I missed some of them. Because they weren't spotted. We don't have a spotter, but you'll notice, that often a spotter goes to this position. and I hit this tortoise. You want to hit them in the tail, and I spotted him. So you can see he was within my spotting range. I probably hit him in the tail because if you hit them in the tail, they won't spot you because they spot with the gun. That's, if you watch my videos going back 5 years, you'll see that I do it frequently. This is Sand River. This is a hull down position that's up on this hill. This is the hill that all the scouts go up to. And you go up over here. I do damage block my armor missions over here. I did it with this. This happens to be home front. I've had good games. And the other reason why is if you watch my videos, you'll know that I'm practicing jumping onto tanks. I believe that if the enemy tanks go over here to the north, which is chopped off the map, there's more to the map over here that you don't see. I believe you can jump off of here and jump onto a tank. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to give it a shot. This was what happened in the game. My ally got 22,000 damage. The plus 99 is me. I got like, I don't know, 15,000 damage. I was really good at Homefront. I really enjoyed playing it. Okay, so we're back to the beginning. Now I'm going to give you a little bit more information about the positions in this video. So this is obviously a lower tier game. Again, you know, derp guns and autoloaders. When you play encounter mode, you pretty much spawn over here. If it's not encounter mode, you might have to work to get here. However, there's going to be some games where the enemy is slow to get on the hill, and you just look at the enemy team and you look at the tanks they have and you have an idea of how fast they are or how slow they are. There's people that will tell you fast team, slow team. You hear that type of discussion sometimes. So if they're a slow team and you're spawning more over here, it might work out for you to come here. If you are playing with artillery and it's the end of the game and the enemy's up on the hill, they know you're going to be over here, so they're going to hide over here. So if you reposition your artillery over to here, you might be able to hit somebody. So this is a position you really want to know. I come over here. If you watch my videos, you'll know that when I play the North team, I sneak down to here all the time. It's my favorite, one of my favorite tactics. So this position, I just discovered by accident. It's the first minute of the game, and I think what happened was I had high ping time. So I ran over here and I just parked to wait for my ping to go down. And the enemy climbed up that hill and I wanted to hit him, but I didn't have enough time to aim on him. There's also this center ridge, and I don't know if you can hit on that center ridge, but the ideal position is going to be one where you can hit the hill and the bush on the ridge. It looks like you can't because there's a house there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to test those positions and I'll report back to you which ones work. So my first theory is, well, if you're playing on the north team, you might have to get on the other side of the cathedral to snipe the south side of the hill. I will find a way through. Maybe if you get behind this building where the triangle is, you'll be able to hit the south side of the hill, but I'm not sure. It looks like there's a building over here that can do it, and you might be able to do it if you come over to here near where this encounter cap is. You might be able to hit that. And obviously there's going to be a place up on the hill where you can do it. The way they design the game, when you're up on the hill, it's either at the edge of your sniping range or edge of your spotting range. I really don't remember right now. It's probably the edge of your spotting range, so your allies might have to spot for you. But I will explore this. I do explore it in-game, and because I really don't play that often anymore, it could be months before I get a chance to test this position again. So if you test it and you have a great replay, you know, let me know. Feel free to post the link in the bottom of the screen. I found this one before I found the one at the start of the video, and obviously I got some damage. I hit a Panzer 1C, and here's another hit on, it looks like an LTP. I hit him twice. It's a difficult position, and you're exposed. However, it's something that you might want to look at because if you need to be here, oh, look at that. You see, I'm on the north team and I'm hitting the south team. You know, these are things you want to be aware of. I never play up here in this bush because, you know, that's too easy of a spot. I play more difficult positions, and I'm doing this hoping that my allies will advance, because obviously we've got an enemy over here, and I want my allies to be in position. If you watch my videos, you know I'm always at the front, I'm always advancing my team, etc. And I do it because I enjoy doing it. I don't care if we win or lose. Sometimes I wish that they didn't keep scoring the game so we could just have fun. I play this all the time. If you see me say flanking on Malinovka, it's probably going along this way and ending up in this position. And I've done it with all sorts of different tanks, and it's, you notice that there's enemy tanks up here. The advantage to being here is that you can set up crossfires. If the AMX spots these guys, they're all going to hide, but I can be the one who actually snipes at them. Obviously, I got hit, but please remember, don't listen to the hate speech in the comments. When I do this, I know, oh, I want to show this position. I have to sit here. I have to take my hand off the keyboard. I have to hit the print screen button and then roll back. And I take the risk. I know I'm going to get hit, but I take the risk so that I can show you the position. I don't care about my stats. I've got 240 millisecond ping time. I guarantee you I don't care about stats. And I've been playing that for years. This is because I'm doing a crew book video. I love this position. I probably played it 2 or 3 times, and they might have all been in the Conway because I like playing the Conway. And I've only got like a few tier 9s left, maybe 10 more, and then I'm done with like 99% of leveling up my tanks. So over here, you can go down the hill and you can advance to this position, which I do with the Conway. If you look at my November videos, actually, I don't know if I've uploaded it yet, but there's a video with the Conway where I advance over here and I climb up and I shoot a T-95 in the rear when I was playing on the West team. So you can do this. Don't be afraid to come up here. If you want to be a good player, you have to practice. The enemy will shoot at you. You have to take damage. You have to figure out what the limits are. You have to be able to identify the enemy based on how well I think he's playing on the field. I don't do it using XVM. I did something that I wasn't supposed to do. Let's see if I fixed it. Okay, that looks fixed. I don't use XVM. I study the players' playability. I think I'm better than most players because I see them not doing proper tactics. Because sometimes I see people and I say, okay, I know this guy's difficult. There was a video on Mountain Pass with an STB1 where he was doing exactly what I was doing. We were coming around, I would reverse, he would come around, he would reverse, I would come around, he would reverse, but I was out loading him. So I said, okay, if I'm loading faster, I've got the DPM advantage. So I pushed on him. This shows you that look at where this tank is. This Patriot is basically, this is the entrance. He's basically in the position opposite to me. This is the entrance for my allies. He's in the entrance for the enemy team, which is right over here. So he just comes down and he's entering. So if you're in this position, any tank that tries to enter over here, you'll have nice shots on their strong armor. The other thing you can do is when your enemy, like the T-95, in this position, you could literally climb up to the corner and shoot over the hill at these guys if you wanted to. This position, you know, people know this position. You sit up on the hill, or you want to be far away, so you're going to play on the red line as much as possible. But this allows me to spot and snipe. I haven't played this tank very often because it's tier 9. You know, obviously, I do not go up one tree and up another tree. I level up everything equally. So I haven't had a lot of games, and I do like playing it. And the reason why I'm here is because I want to cover over here and I want to cover the field. We don't have amazing field coverage, but I want to do that. I'm thinking about what's best for my team, what my allies are going to spot. Now, if you watch, obviously, the other videos, like this one, you know that I told you could cover 2 different positions, plus anyone that comes over through here where this OBJ is, you're covering that position also. So this is the first step. I said, okay, from here I can cover that. The next step is find a position where I can shoot through here plus cover the field. Third step, find where I can cover here and support the object 252U in case they advance. Find a position where I can cover over here and the field and anybody who comes around over here. So it's a multi-step process. Maybe if I move a little bit closer to the slope, I can cover the east side also. So and like I said, it's going to take many months before I test a new position. And because I'm going to forget about this position, I might try this again. It's a long process. If my channel becomes more popular, I will test, I will play all day long. I work from home, I'm self-employed, and I will test these positions more often. So you see where the STRV is? Over there, in his position, he can shoot at me. He can shoot at anybody coming down this alley, plus he can hit the object 257, plus he can watch the field. So if you watch when I'm doing sniping positions on the north for Siegfried line, you'll see that there's positions over there that I play where you can cover these. So that STRV, he's in a powerful position, so know that when you play on the north. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. You cover here, you cover here, you cover over here. If you see an enemy out in the field, you rush out to a little bit off screen here, and you can shoot at the field also. So this is a very, very powerful position where you can handle a lot of different situations with your weak armor. There might be other situations where you're going to want to do it. So we talked about playing this position. The problem is with this position, you can't cover the guy who comes around this hill and the guy who pokes out. You can only cover the guy who's poking out, and you're not going to hit the guy necessarily on the other side of the rubble. I know I've had games where I've hit people behind here, hit people on the rubble, been hidden and unspotted. You can see there's an M46 Patton who's hiding over here somewhere. I seem to recall he drove across and I nailed him. Oh, you see over here it says I damaged M46 Patton, so that already happened. And the Jagdpanzer E100 is that one. You see over here I didn't do damage. So let's see, up to 1,400 damage. I hit the Jagdpanzer twice. First with a high explosive round, probably. The next one I don't know. The next one I don't know. Okay, this one, the way you should see this position, hit one tank and then leave. So you're going to hit one tank and then you're going to go where the Maushan is going and drive on. And if you're here with this tank, you hit these guys, you see where the T-54 is. If you kind of reverse over here, you can hit this T-26E5. So when the enemy comes up, if they're aggressive, you just only got to back up a little bit and you can shoot where the T-26E5 is over here. So you can... This is, if you watch my Live Oaks video where I say there's 5 positions and you do them in order, this is the same thing. You hit the tanks as they come across here, they come through this gap, and when they come over here, you hit them again and again and again. You just got to keep on repositioning. And if you got a spotter, maybe you can hit him through here and through here and through here, and then when he gets to here. So that's the one of the chain of positions strategy that I'm working on. If you got a spotter, then you can snipe and stay here because you'll become unspotted and you're fast and you can hit again. So my advice is expect to only fire here once unless you've got an autoloader. If you got a derp gun, this is a good position to go to at the start of the game, and then you just head out to whatever your secondary position is. So that's the view where I hit the tortoise. The tortoise just crossed over through here, and I spotted him. He had to come down. The problem with self-spotting is that you got a split second to nail him. And because I've got the 248 millisecond, that's a quarter of a second delay. it's more difficult. You can see that I moved to my secondary position. I drove forward into this lower position, which you can see on the mini map, and I shot from here. Sometimes I come here. So then what you're going to do is you're going to look at your spotting circle, right? You can see it goes past this rock, and we're going to compare it to this one. This one does not see as far as this one. This one sees a little bit further. And obviously, I could go a little bit further south and spot a little deeper. So if you've got a fast tank, like maybe a Sheridan or T-49 with a derp gun, you rush down to here where this bush is. You hit them once they show you the side armor. You pre-aim, hit them on the side. I don't know any other fast derp guns or an autoloader. So this is an ambush position, and you can easily hide in this position. But beware, if there's wheeled vehicles on the enemy team or you're playing ranked battles, they will come after you. And I'm sure if you're playing Clan Wars, I haven't played Clan Battle in like 5 years. I'm sure they do the same technique. The other good thing about this is you can support, like, shoot this LTTB. Unfortunately, I didn't get any screen grabs to show what it might look like. So over here, what you can do is you're hull down for tanks that are going to be coming down this way. That you get the fast ones and then you get the slow ones. It does take a little bit of time to get up here. Then you can hit the slow guys that come across here. They never think that anyone's going to shoot at them. And the Unicums that come around here and show their side armor and don't think that you're up here, you can hit them too. And this is not the ideal position. It shows the front hull, but if you go sideways, you go up and you fire, and then you come back down to reload. Go up, fire, come back down to reload. And you can keep going back and forth, so if these guys are trying to shoot at you, they have a moving target to go after. So then my other suggestion was you could go climb this, which is off the map, and then sneak behind the enemy. I haven't done it yet, but it's something that I'm going to try and do in future videos. Okay, look at how much damage. 1,885, 4,600. I did almost 3,000 damage from this position, just from those two screenshots. And I ended up with 15,000 from the game. And because of my lag, I was out of the game for like 3 minutes. That's why he got 22,000, because those 3 minutes he was really doing a bang-up job covering for me. He got 3 minutes double damage, and I got 3 minutes left. If he had done, let's say he did 2,000 less and got 20, and I did 2,000 more, got 17, we would have averaged out a little bit more. This is one of those games, if you played Homefront, where there were, look how many waves we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 waves. Lot of waves we had to sit through. So this was one of the best games. I loved this mode. I really enjoyed it. Okay, did we already talk about this position? I believe this was the first position. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.